Alright, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the topic that most people avoid, and that is leg training, aka leg day. You do not want to skip this day simply because of the fact that below your hips is where the most amount of muscle mass is stored in the body. This is a rule that applies to everybody. There is not a single human on planet Earth who doesn't have stronger and more powerful leg muscles than the upper body muscles naturally. Yes, you can probably train upper body and then get a stronger upper body than your legs, but naturally your legs are the biggest muscles in the body, and the only way you'd get a stronger upper body and weaker legs in comparison is if you neglect your legs in favor of your upper body. So with that being said, it's just nature and something that science proves, so you definitely don't want to skip leg training. For men watching this video, you will boost your testosterone the most and growth hormone the most with leg training, and that's mainly who I'm making this video for, so you do not want to skip legs. With that being said, let's get straight into the informational stuff. So squats is clearly going to be the winner for everything, simply because of the fact that you are utilizing every single muscle in your legs when you're doing squats. With that being said, you can do them how I did them in the first clip, which is a bit more free flowing, or you can put your hands behind your head to keep a better spine alignment. This is actually my personal preference as well, because it keeps your chest up and it ensures that your knees are not coming over your toes too much. And that's really what you want. You want to stand upright at the end and then get down into a deep squat at the bottom. You want to also go for higher reps, because the way that your legs work is that you've been running or walking on them your whole life. So they're going to be a bit more stubborn in comparison to your upper body. 10 reps, for example, on legs is just not going to cut it. You need to, especially if you're doing body weight, you need to get into them properly with 25 reps, I would say 30 reps per set. This is really going to cause them to burn, and it's also cardio to an extent, but I would personally recommend 25 to 30 reps or higher reps for legs myself. If you do want to do lower reps and you don't want to spend too much time in the gym, then go for something like this, which is a jump squat. So you're going down as per usual, but then instead of just coming back up regular, your mindset should be at the bottom. Your mindset at the bottom should be to explode up. And the reason why I slowed down in my speech there is because it's really important for you to do this. I must repeat, at the bottom of a jump squat, you need to think about one thing and one thing only, which is pushing off the ground as much as you can and really excelling and jumping up. This is the only way that this exercise will work. With that being said, we also have something that is completely opposite. No explosiveness here. It's mainly just balance and strength. This is, I would say, a good starting point for beginners, just to get used to using a single leg and pushing themselves with balance in mind as well. So as you can see, my hands are on my hips, which is going to stabilize me a bit better than if I didn't have them there. So that's a key detail. You do not want to ignore those small or little details. And then what you want to do is basically lunge. So my right knee is slightly above the ground, or can even tap the ground gently, and then come straight back up. And then obviously you want to work the other side as well. This is going to be something that is very important for balance and having not just balance as in physical balance, but also the balance between both legs, because you don't want to have one leg stronger and one leg weaker. And with that being said, if you do have one stronger or weaker, then all you do is just add 5 reps or 10 reps at best on the weaker leg to bring it back up. And then what you can do is, once you get good at those, you can actually do jumping lunges, which is one of my favorite exercises. I like the fact that you switch legs. This alternate legs kind of element to it is going to cause you to build coordination as well. And it's definitely good for anybody who's into sports, because you need to have that ability to absorb impact on one leg and have strong knees, and stability in your knees is something that's going to impact your leg gains a lot, because that's where all the force and production of force travels through. With that being said, let's finish off these leg exercises with calves. Calves is a very important muscle group because it stabilizes you, and if you have weak calves, you're going to have weak ankles as a result, and they basically go hand in hand. So weak calves equals weak ankles, meaning that you're more likely to get an ankle sprain in general exercise. And I've actually seen people injure or sprain their ankle just from getting up from a chair, for example, because they don't actually train their muscles. And as the saying goes, it's you don't use it, you lose it. So pretty much, anybody would feel like a fool if they sprain their ankle just from standing up from a seated position, and that can happen to you So make sure that doesn't happen to you, and yeah, train your calves. I personally don't see the reason why people train their calves for aesthetics. To me, it's just a case of having strong ankles, and this channel is all about building strength. Um, Even though strength and aesthetics do kind of go hand in hand, when it comes to calves, I'm not really fussed about them in terms of looks too much. I would say it's more for strength, and it's quite important to have strong calves because, as I said, ankles and feet are parts of the body that we rely on really heavily. And with that being said, if there's anyone there out there who wants to work on even more advanced variation for calves, then go for like a single leg calf raise. This is going to be very, very high level, and you're going to burn your calves quite a bit. I would say go even up to 40 or 50 reps per leg if you really want to see serious results. And if you enjoyed this video on leg training, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.